Hey metalheads, have you ever debated with your friends about how awesome this and that album sounds, only to end up saying things like, they just smashed it, or bro, that thing's slayed? As someone who spent years at Faculty of Music studying music theories, I've learned a lot about artistic approaches, but none of those theories actually gave me a clear tool to measure and express the actual quality of a piece of music. Then, in my third year of studies, my harmony professor introduced his sketch of different levels of aesthetic value in a music piece. He drew a graph and explained that we could judge how good or bad something sounds, not just whether it does. I was so relieved to know that I wasn't alone, that someone else actually thought that way too, and while he had a graph in his head, I had a 1 to 5 sensitivity meter in mine. This tool has been running in my head since my first day of metal music production. It has helped me vastly improve my quality measurement system, enabling me to clearly spot both brilliance and flaws. And I've already presented this theory in a number of music high schools, and now I've decided to share it with you. There it is, a simple scale that I let run through Music Flow. As you listen, it moves up and down based on the values you set, and it's perfectly fine for us to define our values differently. For instance, since I do consulting sessions with metal bands, to me, number 3 means the standards are being met, but nothing more. No trashing around, but nothing particularly creative either. You hear it? This was the first song I made. That's conventional metal. The groove is there, but while something good may come later on in the song, nothing in this section will actually make us bite it. So, that's number 3. This verse feels like a step up compared to the riff that came before it, suggesting these two sections are on different quality levels, right? Reaching out a score of 4 means the music starts to sound genuinely pleasant and appealing. There's probably a catchy element that grabs your attention with noticeable aesthetic qualities. Take a listen to that lift from 3 to 4 in another song I made. You heard that the well-thought guitar solo can bring up the beauty. This meter naturally moves up and down through the song, and it's important to know that it can dip back to a neutral 3. I worked quite long on this outro, and though it might be harmonically well structured and still rank slightly above 3, it clearly doesn't match the level of the preceding solo. At least I think so. And even Tchaikovsky himself stated that music flow must have these resting sections to highlight the beauty that follows. So even the great composer recognized the value of this neutral mid-range, the number 3 on my meter. And my goal is not to brag with my own content, but the damn copyrights. You get it.
Fucking subscribe!
And if this meter hits 5, I fall into fucking oblivion. My soul is simply consumed by Satan. And it comes this way. Now that we figured out the positive side, it's completely fine not to like a particular part of the song. Sometimes it feels so out of place that you wish it were either changed or removed entirely. When flaws stand out, your quality meter dips. And when I work with bands, I consider section number 2 as one that needs fixing, whether it's due to dissonant sound clusters, poor harmonic choices, or another issue preventing the section from simply meeting the standards. That's when I step in, offering creative solutions to help elevate that part and bring it up to par. A score of 1, though, is when things are simply foobar. And we all know what it means, right? So delete it, give it up, start fresh. It's a tough call to make, and I don't want to disrespect anyone's creative processes, but sometimes it's just necessary. Even Freddie Mercury admitted that if an idea didn't click after multiple attempts, he'd simply discard it. On the other note, the famous Russian playwright Anton Chekhov believed that an artist's true value lies not in the works that they present, but in the ability to discern what to discard, what to leave out in order to, keep the integrity of their true work. Yet, you know what, some people still have no shame to appear in public and play trash. So family, that's my music quality meter in a nutshell. I'll be using it moving forward in my YouTube and other social media content. And it's been incredibly helpful for me in making smarter decisions both as a listener and a creator. And whether you're an artist or a fan, I hope it gives you some clarity too. Try using it next time you listen to music and, feel free to adjust settings to fit your own judgment. Maybe you'll set 7 or 8 different levels, I don't know. But if it grows on you, I'm confident it'll help you sharpen your listening sensitivity and make smarter creative decisions. I'll see you all again very soon in my next video, Metalheads. Until then, stay heavy.